Hello everyone, this is Pustakverma and today we are gonna deal with a chapter from Grade 12 Compulsory English new course. It's Unit 2 Family. The chapter contains a passage regarding family and grammatical portion modal verbs. So before reading this chapter, we have to know about some questions mentioned in our text. Question A. Do you live in a small family or big family? Which type of family do you like? Why? तिमी सानो परिवारमा बस्छौ or ठुलो परिवारमा बस्छौ? तिमीलाई कुन परिवार मन पर्छ र किन? The answer is I live in a small family. I like small family as it has several benefits over large families, such as small family has more comfortable lives, more spaces for its family members. Child receives more parental attentions and educational supports, easy to shape career, maintain privacy, and has bright future. Question B. How important is family to you? How important is it in your culture? Family तिमीलाई कति इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ र फ्यामिलीको तिम्रो कल्चरमा कति के इम्पोर्टेन्स छ? The answer is a family is exceedingly more significant to us in the sense it is our source of strength, which teaches us what relationship mean. Family is important to our culture in the sense it helps to learn and pass the values, rules, traditions that govern a family's life. Then about the main points of the passage named Family by Alan Barnard. Alan Barnard is an anthropologist and a serial entrepreneur who is currently working as a professor of anthropology of Southern Africa University of Edinburgh and one of the world's leading decision scientists as well. The passage is about this. First, the passage deals with the family and types of family. They are the nuclear family and extended family. So the passage begins with the definition of a family. The author defines a family as a group of one or more parents, their children living together as a unit. He further states that family consists of two married adults. जसमा दुईजना married adults हुन्छन्, usually a man and a woman, along with their offspring living in a private and separate dwelling is commonly known as nuclear family. Thus, nuclear family means के भनेको छ? A family consists of अथवा two married adults, usually a man and a woman, along with their offspring living in a private and separate dwelling is commonly known as nuclear family. It is a small family, yes. And on the other hand, if the family includes the parents, their unmarried children, or their married children with their spouses, their offsprings, possibly their elderly members, together is known as extended family. So the two types of family is very clearly projected through these pictures as well. Nuclear family to what we call small family, extended family to what we call large family. Yes. Then the author deals with the functions of a family. So is the very first functions according to our text is it provides emotional and psychological security. Family provides emotional and psychological security. It provides warmth, love, companionship in spouses and children. It provides guidelines for the regulation of sexual conduct. It supports in rearing and socialization children. It provides food, shelter, clothes, and physical security for its members, economic side, and finally the last one, it promotes order and stability within the family. So these are the functions of a family. Then the author deals with the historical backgrounds of the family. Historically, the society was patriarchal or male dominated. For instance, the male heads of the clans were allowed to have several wives and concubines. Half wives यसलाई हामीले के भन्छौं हिन्दीमा रखेल पनि भन्ने गर्छौं. As Roman family was extended one, male dominated, but the status of women was to somewhat improved as polygamy was not practiced. The same male dominated and extended family was existed in the medieval Europe as well. Industrialization and urbanization led to the dissolution of many extended family. In the sense, it brought forth a sharp change in the life, occupational styles, and many people, especially unmarried youths, left the farm and went to urban central for being industrial workers. This took place after the industrialization and urbanization. Then about the modern family, is the author talks about the modern family. So here is, after industrialization revolutions, the modern family emerged with a different model carrying equality between sexes and males and female duty for home and children, earning of wages, pursuit of public life, marriages for their own choices, free from the wedlock is, and family law represents a delicate balance between the interest of the society and the protection of individual rights. Then is industrial society changed the process of marriage, a dowry system control of the groom over the bride, and so on. So many changes can be found in the society due to the industrialization or industrial revolutions. Even in Asia and Europe, emancipation of women in the 19th and 20th century changed the marriage dramatically regarding property and economic status, maintaining equality between spouses, feeling women's women's from the soldier of husband. Before, the women were dependent upon the males, but later is even due to the emancipation of women, they were considered as equal as family members in the family. Modern system recognize a mutual respect for a divorce. Family courts deal more fairly with the sensitive issues such as the custody of the children, forwarding the children's rights, standards, and of rearing and compulsory education, legalization on child labor and child abuse. Even this modernization is modern system also forwards some of the rules and regulations for the children as well. Finally, the author includes the family interest upon the death of members and division of property left by the deceased family members as per to the family law. As per to the family law, the remaining property will be forwarded to the its upcoming as its members. Then glossary terms. Some of the difficult words is from the passage. Lineages, direct descent from an ancestor or ancestry, offsprings, a person's child or the children, dwelling, a house or flat, nuclear family, a couple and their dependent children, spouses, a husband or wife, extended, made larger or enlarged, guidelines, general rules and principles, patriarchal, a system of society or government controlled by men, clans as a large family, concubines, mistress अथवा उपपत्नी, आधा पत्नी भन्छ मिस अथवा रखेल, this spawned breed वंशको विस्तार हुनु, dissolutions, the actions of formally ending partnership emerged, become apparent or moved out, wedlock, marriage or matrimony, divorce, the legal dissolutions of marriage by a court, parameters, measurable factors, and successions, acquisition of property by the descent or by will, exceptions is excluded from. Then other glossary terms are compensation, to what we call क्षतिपूर्ति or monetary payment given to an individual in exchange for their services, voluntary act of one's own free will, flourished, developed in a healthy way, emancipation's process of being set free from legal, enacted to make law, legalization is the process of enacting laws, potential, sambhavana is, and complicated, complex, intricate, viable, capable of working successfully, unilateral, divorce, one spouse decide to terminate the marriage without the consent of others, blatant, unashamedly intervenes, take part in something to prevent intercede, assert a state affect or beliefs confidentially, inequitable, unfair or unjust provisions, facilities, amenities or services, intestate, not having made a will before one dies. So these are the glossary terms are difficult word meaning that we find in the passage. So then we move towards the exercise. The first one is working with words. Here you have to know is that find the words from the text. भनेको यसमा हामीले wordsहरु टेक्स्टबाट find out गर्ने and solve the puzzles. Clues are given below. एक्क्रसमा भएको जस्तो यस्तो खालको एक्क्रस भइहाल्यो, डाउन भनेको तल भइहाल्यो हामीले. एक्क्रसमा इन ए द कस्टम अफ ह्याभिङ मोर देन वन वाइफ एट अ सेम टाइम. धेरै एउटा भन्दा बढी वाइफ राख्नु जसलाई पोलिग्यामी भन्छ मिस. And to find an acceptable way of dealing with opposing ideas, needs, that means solutions. The process in which town, streets, etc. are built where there were only once countryside urbanizations, the process by which somebody learns to behave in an acceptable way in their society, socializations. The rules are controlled by the man, patriarchal, as 11 letters, and here terms is also as 11 box are given. So the second one, the act of taking over positions. Simply the meaning of this act of taking over position is take over, but as it is not given in the passage, so most probably this dominated. Done in a way without caring if people are shocked. Especially the meaning of this one is surprise, but the surprise is not given in our text, so blatant is bad behaviors conducted openly. Single parents is it almost takes 10 lines is this is single parents, and is we need here for question number 4, here is we need 10 letters. So as there is a space, this is one parents. As we see the whole passage, we come to know about this is one parents. Even the meaning can be solo parents, lone parents, but they are not given in our passage. So we can say this is one parent is most probably the similar meaning of this single parents. Then about the find the meaning of the following family related words and use them in their own sentences. The first one is nuclear family, a couple and their dependent children. I live in a nuclear family. Monogamy, having only one spouse at a time. Many people still favor monogamy. Sibling in-law, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law is a milk kinship, the practice of breastfeeding by a wet nurse, and the sentence is milk kinship is an Islamic belief. Multilineal is based on the kinships with the mothers or the female line. Multilinear inheritance makes it easier to trace the line of succession. Nepotism, नातावाद भन्छौँ, influence of favoring relatives or friends. Here's an incurable and widespread nepotism. Maternity, motherhood. She has been given maternity leave. Is then about the following is question number C. The following words are from the above text. Each word has two parts. दुईवटा parts छन् जस्तो poly and gamy. Polygamy, unmarried, non-traditional. Likewise, dissolutions, inequitable. Here is poly, on, non, dis, etc. in are prefixes. Here you have to know is that prefix and suffix. Something added initially, sentence को अथवा word को अगाडि add गरियो भने त्यसलाई हामीले we call it prefix. If something added finally of the word, sentence को पछाडि add गर्यो भने त्यसलाई हामीले के भन्छौं, suffix. So supposes if the sentence is given happy, for example, if the sentence is given happy and we write here unhappy, यदि हामीले unhappy लेख्यौं भने it is on is prefix. And if you write the same word लाई हामीले के गर्यौं, happiness गर्दियौं अथवा happily गर्यौं, हामीले happiness गर्यौं अथवा हामीले के गर्यौं, happily गर्यौं भने पछाडि थप्यौं भने if we add something finally we call it suffix. यसलाई हामीले suffix भन्ने गर्छौं. So here is you have to know that if something added initially, यदि कुनै पनि चीज अगाडि added गरिएको छ भने त्यो के भइहाल्यो, prefix. If something is added finally पछाडितिर added गरिएको छ भने we called it suffix. So here the concern is a prefix. Make at least 5 words using the prefixes given. Consult a dictionary and learn how they change the meaning of the root words. So the word pre को prefix, precise, presidious, preview, precaution, semi को semi-annual is, semi-circle, semi-public, semi-formal, semi-weekly, semi-desert, semi-liquid. In the same way, subject, submerged, subcontinent, submarine. In the same way, mismatch, misspell, misdeed, and monochrome is monogamy, monogram, and likewise unable, unclear, unfinished. In the same way, involve, invent, insignificant, and in the same way this is enter into, intercept, interchange, interactive, likewise many more. यस्तै अरु पनि दिएका छन्. You can see one by one. So then about the comprehension. Here is in A, the headings of the first 5 paragraphs of the above text are given. As we see the text, we have to see the first 5 paragraphs. Write the paragraph number next to them. त्यसपछि हामीले which paragraph is about what, त्यसको के गर्ने, paragraph number लेखिदिने. So patriarchal family, we find patriarchal family is in third paragraph. Second one, functions of the family in second paragraph. Model of the family in fifth paragraph. And effect of industrialization or family structure in fourth paragraph. And then defining family को definition we find in first paragraph. So this is about this comprehensions question A. Then we'll see B. Answer the following questions. What type of family is thought to be the oldest form of family? Here the question A. A मा हाम्रो के रहेको छ? What type of family is thought to be the oldest form of family? सबैभन्दा oldest form of family कुनलाई लिने गरिन्छ? Nuclear family is thought to be the oldest form of family. Question B. How does a family provide security to its member? Family ले आफ्नो members लाई कसरी सुरक्षा प्रदान गर्छ? The family provides emotional and psychological security, particularly through the warmth, love and companionship. यसरी उसले के गर्छ? Provide गर्छ. Question C. What were the features of medieval European family? The features of medieval European family are male dominated and extended. And this what caused the dissolution of extended family in the West? Many people, particularly unmarried youths, living from and then going to the urban centers to become industrial worker caused the dissolutions of extended family in the West. Then question number E. What change occurred in the gender role in modern family then emerged after the industrial revolutions? So answer is the change occurred in the gender role in the modern family that emerged after industrial revolutions were the first one, patriarchal role began to give way to greater equality between the sexes. Caring for the home and children become a shared activities. Third one, earning of the wage and pursuit of public life, both male and female. Legal marriage instead of wedlock is, and the last one, rise in divorce. So this is about the question number up to E. E सम्मको यिनीहरू भए. यसपछि हामीले हेर्छौं. Now we will see question F. In question number F, what is family law? Family law भनेको के हो? Family law refers to the legal relationship among the family members as well as the relationship between the families and society at a large. How is modern marriage defined? Modern marriage like कसरी define गर्नुहुन्छ? Modern marriage is defined as a voluntary union usually between a man and women. What do special family courts try to do? Special family courts ले के गर्न खोजेको छ त? The special family courts try to settle the issues of children. बच्चाहरूको issuesलाई settle गर्छ. What does the legalization on the child labor and child abuse declare? Legalization ले child abuse र child labor को बारेमा के declare गर्छ? The legalization on child labor and child abuse declare compulsory education to the children and the society's responsibilities for the child's best interest. Question G. What is common among most legal system regarding property? Property को बारेमा सबैको के छ? Similar के कुराहरुको छ त? Division of property left by a deceased family member is the common among most legal system regarding the property. So this is about the questions from the passages. Then we will see the critical thinking questions. Question number A. This question can be asked in question number 5 marks or even passages 6 marks 7 marks त्यसमा पनि के गर्न सक्छन् यिनीहरुलाई सोध्न सक्छन्. So what changes have started to occur in Nepalese family in the recent days. अहिले नेपाली समाजमा नेपाली परिवारमा के परिवर्तनहरू यस देखिएका छन्. What impact will they bring on the society? र त्यो परिवर्तनहरूले कस्तो असर ल्याउने छन्? So the answer is most family in Nepal are strongly patriarchal. However, there are some matriarchal structure in the communities as well. There is no way to say that Nepalese society remained untouched by the global changes, mainly in major cities and towns of young generations, hugely influenced by the information technology, as the whole world is adapting this and adopted several fascinating ways. In general, mostly Nepalese people are involved in their traditional occupation, agriculture. Most of the Nepalese people are depend upon this agriculture. Passing away the traditional joint family system and not being replaced by the nuclear family system has resulted into a new kinds of family setup in the country. Today, most family form a nuclear kind of household to continue and exist to constituent of joint family. Even male and female have equal in terms of wages, work, education, and so on. Obviously, we find so many changes in the society as a result. In the sense, human being is social being. जसरी के छ संसारमा चेन्ज भइरहेको छ भने हामी नेपालमा पनि पाउँछौँ. As we know very well that is human being is a social being. Even girls have got opportunity for the equal education in the urban area. Discrimination and partiality have been eradicated from the society to many extent. Have been eradicated from the society to many extent. Then about question B, we see many elderly people in the elderly homes these days in Nepal. अहिले हामी धेरै जसो बुढापाका मान्छेहरूलाई elderly homes मा के गर्छौं पाउँछौं. And some of them are abandoned while others live there willingly. कोही कोहीलाई त्यागिएर छोडिएर घरबाट तिनीहरू त्यहाँ बसिरहेका छन् भने कोही आफ्नै इच्छाले बसिरहेका छन्. Do you think Nepalese people are deviating from the traditional culture? Give reason. के नेपाली पिपलहरूले आफ्नो परम्परागत कल्चरलाई छोडिरहेका छन्? We see many elderly people in the elderly homes these days in Nepal. Some of the abandoned while others lives there willingly or accordingly. In fact, senior citizens is a citizen of Nepal having completed the age of 60 years and is defined as the incapable senior citizens physically or mentally. They suffers a lot there from the loss of financial independence, physical ability, age discrimination, abuse, and healthcare. Yes, Nepali people are deviating from their traditional culture because of following reasons. अब तिनीहरू deviating भइरहेका छन्. They consider themselves as modern or European people. Because of this reason, both the husband and the wife have started working together outside in the offices. दुईटै काम गर्न सुरु गरिसकेका छन्. They've started considering their old parents as the irritating or disturbing family members. त्यस्तो लिइरहेका छन्. And they don't have time to look after their parents. They have forgotten their responsibilities toward their parents and the family. Because of this reason, we can say that yes, Nepalese people are deviating from the traditional culture. Then is writing. Write an essay on the importance of family. In your essay, you can use the following guidelines. It's given questions like why family is important to you, why family is or is not important for the society, how you think families will change even the future. So the essay is on the topic importance of family. Family means a group of people related by blood who live together or share common ancestors. It is through a family we learn the values of love, trust, hope, belief, culture, morals, traditions, and every little matters that concerns us and the society. It is the primary source of learning. It is the canvas through which we can paint our words. Therefore, it is significant for me and even us. हाम्रो लागि पनि significant छ. The third one is family are very important component of the society and people's lives because they teach people a lot about their life and relationships. They love others and treat valuably. They boost self-confidence and make people feel valued in the society. In addition, they teach patience to deal with others in a graceful and accepting manner in the society. Family provides enormous positive energy and can make you conquer many things even as It makes us responsible for our duties, and thus it is important for the society. Obviously family will change in futures. Along with that, the role of family will also change, as the perspective of people are also changing due to modernizations. They have started comparing themselves to the European people. अहिले मान्छेहरूले आफूलाई युरोपियन पिपल जस्तो कन्सिडर गरिरहेको छन्, त्यसकारण उनीहरूको कन्सेप्ट पनि के हुन्छ, चेन्ज भइरहेको छ. दे हेभ फर्गटन देयर रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटिज एन्ड ड्युटिज. बिर्सिसकेका छन् एज अ social being and have become a complete busy and money minded selfish human being. त्यसकारण हामीले के भन्न सक्छौँ, हामी अलिअलि फर्गेटिङ भइरहेका छौँ. बट हामीले फ्यामिलीको बारेमा के गर्नुपर्छ, केयर गर्नुपर्छ र यसलाई के गर्नुपर्छ अथवा लुकअप चाहिँ गर्नुपर्छ. सो हियर इज question B. Some people think it is better to live in a nuclear family. Others think that living in an extended family is more advantageous. What do you think? Write an essay discussing the advantage and disadvantage of both. दुईटैको advantage र disadvantage देखेर तिमीलाई कुन बढी advantageous देखिन्छ? Nuclear family or larger family or extended family? Nuclear families are comprised of married partners and their offspring, whereas extended family include at least 3 generations, grandparents, married spouses, and the grandchildren. I consider nuclear family as better in the sense it consists of 2 parents and their direct offsprings, and it has many advantages such as financial stabilities, more opportunities, quality education, healthy benefits, connection to the families, and many more. So that's advantages and disadvantages of nuclear family and extended families. A nuclear family refers to a single basic family units of parents and their children, whereas extended family refers to their relatives as well, such as grandparents, in-laws, aunts, and uncles. Main advantage of nuclear families are the strength, stabilities, quality educations, more spaces to play, many facilities, financial stabilities, and more opportunities, health benefits, connection to families, and so on. These are the advantages of nuclear family. On the other hand, extended family को एडभान्टेजहरु के छन् त, शेयरिङ इकोनोमिक रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटिज, चाइल्ड केयर सपोर्ट, यस बच्चाहरुको केयरमा सपोर्ट हुन्छ, बिल्डिङ स्ट्रङ फ्यामिली बन्ड्स, family culture, tradition, and so on. So these are the advantages of extended family. Now we will move towards this disadvantages. So disadvantages of nuclear family are difficulty in doing work, काम गर्नमा गाह्रो हुन्छ, एक्लै हुन्छ मान्छे, feeling of solitude, एक्लोपना महसुस हुन्छ, lack of support हुँदैन. While prominent disadvantage of extended family are lack of privacy, गोपनीयता हुँदैन, disagreement in discussions, poverty, no proper education, conflict, insecurity, economic drawback. So these are the disadvantages of extended families. Then about the grammatical portion, grammar is that's in our text in modal verbs. So before is dealing with these grammars are the questions we have to know. What is a modal verb? A modal verb is an auxiliary verb or helping verb that expresses necessity or probability, की आवश्यकता की संभावना, such as must, shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might. So these can be the examples of modal verbs. The first one, can and could. Can and could can be used to show ability, suggestions, request, and probability. For example, you can take a taxi, you could take a taxi. Can or could you take me to Birendra Chowk? भनेर यसरी then question marks is I could lend you my notebook. मैले तिमीलाई आफ्नो notebook दिन सक्छु. So as to show ability, suggestions, request, and probability, we use can and could. And then may might is used for permission or possibilities. Yes? May I come in, sir? It may or might be quicker to travel by the taxi. Must, obligations, prime necessity, and certainly true. निश्चित छ, फिक्स छ, obligation बाध्यता छ भने must को use गर्ने. Yes, you must be back by 9 am. Look at the snow. There must be cold outside. Shall and will, wish, desire, in future, intentions, predictions भनेको भविष्यवाणी, spontaneous decisions तत्कालै लिएको निर्णयमा पनि युज गरिन्छ. I think I will go outside. I will meet you in the evening. Out to भनेको moral duty is स्ट्रिक्ट एडभाइस अर रिकमेन्डेसन भनेको सजाव अथवा सल्लाह सुझाव अथवा हामीले के गर्छौं सिफारिस. You ought to drive more carefully. You ought to look after your parents in their old age. So these are the models, verbs, and some others are still remaining. So we'll see them. Other modal verbs are have to or need to. Obligation or forced circumstances. परिस्थितिहरुमा बाध्य परिस्थितिहरुमा you have to be back by 9 p.m. You need to study more. तिमीले पढ्न धेरै पढ्न आवश्यक छ. Need not भनेको lack of obligation. कुनै बाध्यता छैन. You need not have a PhD degree. Should भनेको necessity, advice or plans. You should wear a safety helmet. You should not smoke or drink wine regularly than used to. Repeated action in the past. विगतमा कुनै habitual action गरिरहेका थियौं. I used to play piano in my school days. Then would भनेको wish, like to, polite, request and habit of past. I would like to invite you for my birthday. यो request भइहाल्यो एक किसिमको. I wish somebody would help me. यो wish भइहाल्यो. And be able to, here be able to refers to is, am, are able to is ability, सक्षमता देखाउनको लागि. He is able to find the right way. So these are the modal adjective verb. By the help of these rules we will solve the questions mentioned in our text. So grammar, modal verbs. Study the given sentences carefully. The sentence A is, please read this letter for me. I cannot see without my glass. After working for a couple of years in China, I can speak Chinese now. लामो समयसम्म चाइनामा वर्क गरेर उले स्पिकिङ चाइनिज स्पिक गर्न सक्छ. When he was 40, he could earn 6-digit salaries. जब 40 years को थियो उले 6 digit को salary earn गर्न सक्थ्यो. After 6 hours climbing, we were able to reach the summit. हामी टपमा पुग्यौं. Yesterday I lost my keys. I looked for them everywhere, but I couldn't find. मैले खोजे तर मैले पाएन. Then about the questions. Questions B is question A. How much was your parking ticket? 50 rupees. Oh, it have been worse. Here 3 options are given: could have, must have, and should have. And here we write could have. In the sense, it seems that it was much expensive अथवा देखिथ्यो अलि यस्तो हुन सक्थ्यो भनेर possibility देखाएको छ. The second one, it got lost in the post. These things happen sometimes. यसले sometimes के हुन्छ कहिले काहीँ यो घटनाहरू घट्छ भनेको it also shows probability, therefore we'll use it might have. The third one, C, sorry I am late, I got delayed at work. म ढिलो भए, म आउन के गर्यो काममा ढिलो भयो. तिमीले के गर्न सक्थ्यौ त? You could have called. तिमीले मलाई फोन गर्न सक्थ्यौ. I was really worried about you. Then question D, I don't think he meant to be rude. ऊ rude छैन, त्यस्तो कडा छैन. He would have said sorry. उले के गर्नु पर्यो? Past conditional sentence भएको कारणले गर्दा we use here would have said. Whose signature is this? I don't know. That means there is no surety. अब यो don't know आउने बित्तिकै के छ? Sure छैन. Yes, it could be Manoj. Manoj को हुन सक्छ. That looks a little bit M. अगाडिको letter M जस्तो देखिन्छ. I had it. मैले यसलाई लिए. When I left the office, जब मैले अफिस छोडे मैले यसलाई लिए. त्यसकारण किन होस् त I must not have lost it on the way to home. मैले सायद यसलाई बाटोमा नगुमाउनु परोस्. त्यसकारण मैले यसलाई के गरे लिए. And the last one, you might think it funny. तिमीले यसलाई funny सोच्न सक्छौ तर म के गर्छु त? Even as I think it is a pathetic. So these about the questions B. Then about question C is, as we see question number C, complete the following sentences with appropriate endings. Use correct modal verbs. She could be a doctor. However, here we have to add a statement as well. एउटा sentence थप्नु पर्छ. He could be a doctor. However, he could be a doctor. However, she could be a doctor. However, she preferred to be an advocate. उनले के चाहन्थिन्? Advocate बन्न चाहन्थिन्. तर पनि उनी के गरिन् त? Doctor हुन अथवा could be a doctor हुन सक्थिन् तर उनी के गरिन् त? Preferred के गर्थिन् त? Advocate हुन चाहन्थिन्. At the end of the course, यहाँ के गर्ने? हामीले appropriate ending use गर्ने, modal verbs पनि use गर्ने. At the end of the course, हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ? We must be ready for the unit test. If you want to earn a lot of money, धेरै पैसा अर्न गर्नु छ भने you should start a new business or you should work hard. यस कडा परिश्रम गर्न पर्यो. If you were not in your house yesterday, तिमी आफ्नो घरमा हिजो थिएनौ, के हुनु पर्ने त? You must have stayed at home after making promise. तिमीले वाचा गरेथ्यौ, तिमी घरमा बस्नु पर्ने. I am quite busy tomorrow. म भोलि एकदमै अथवा quite busy tomorrow. म भोलि एकदमै बिजी रहनेछु. I must have to complete my assignment in time. मलाई भोलि के गर्नुपर्छ? Assignment समयमा पूरा गर्नुपर्नेछ. When you were a small kid, जब तिमी सानो बच्चा थियौ, you used to play indoor games. My car is broken. मेरो कार broke बिग्रेको छ. I have to go office by a taxi or by bus or on foot. Yes, I have got a fast speed internet at home. मसँग घरमै इन्टरनेटको सुविधा छ. I can take my online classes from my home अथवा I can complete my assignment at my home. Even though she didn't study well, उनी राम्रोसँग नपढे तापनि she ought to come to school regularly. कलेज रेगुलरली उनलाई आउनु पर्थ्यो. यस उनी कलेज राम्रोसँग नपढे पनि उनी के गर्नुपर्छ? आउनु पर्थ्यो. यस and there are plenty of newspaper in the library. You can read anything or anyone if you want. यस जुन तिमीलाई मन पर्छ त्यो पढ्न सक्छौ. What do you think you were doing playing in the road? You could have fallen in an accident. तिमीले बाटोमा खेलिरहेको थियौ, तिमी एक्सिडेन्टमा पर्न सक्थ्यौ. I have no time. I can't do these extra assignment. And you don't look well. तिमी राम्रो देखिन्नौ. You should consult a physician or even you should wear a suit or new dress. नयाँ ड्रेस लगाउने. So these are the exercises related to modal verbs. Okay, so this is about the chapter Unit 2 Family. If you find this video helpful and interesting, please like the videos, share it, subscribe it, click on the bell icon to get notification for upcoming videos. Thank you everybody. Goodbye. Have a nice day.